Hi guys, okay, so we're back, and I know it's been long, but I've literally been waiting for Matthew, and we were in Tennessee, so our schedule's been conflicting. But we're doing a video on how to have a successful long distance relationship, so just like our tips. And in the video before, if you haven't watched, we'll put the link in the description of the first video. But we broke up, and now we're back together. And he lives in Indiana, and I live in Chicago, and Babe will explain.
Yeah, so basically, we met and I was living in Chicago, and then, when we broke up, the family that I did have living in Chicago had moved to Indiana, so it was like, in our time of separation, it wasn't like I could, just go anywhere to a family member's house or something here in the city. I had to go to Indiana, and that's basically what I've been doing from that point forward, living out there and, working and stuff, and, trying to work on something for Genesis and I and for Gemma.
Okay, so yeah, these are our tips on how we maintain a good relationship, especially with the child. So, yeah, tip number one.
The first tip would be communication, which is very important.
Yeah, me and Matthew, we talk every day, not every second, but every day because he has work. I have the baby. So we just make it a point to talk. And if he's busy, he'll let me know and say, I'm busy, I'll text you back or call you back or something like that. But we just talk throughout the day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tip number two is transparency, so I mean, with transparency, I just think of like anything that, you could just see through on both sides. Things are just perfectly clear. So, when you're in your relationship, you definitely need that, sense of like oneness and clarity. So you guys need to be transparent. Therefore, so therefore you guys can be on the same page. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I definitely think that's very important. No hidden secrets. Definitely just being open and honest with one another.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Tip number three is
Consistency. Matthew comes out every other week. He doesn't come, well, me and Gemma don't come out just because we've agreed that he can come out, which is easier, just traveling with the baby and stuff for us. So he makes it easier on us that he comes, and just him being consistent on coming out every week because Gemma knows, okay, Dad's coming. And yeah, not only Gemma, but I know that he's coming this week. It's set in stone, and if emergencies happen, then he just tell us in advance.
right.
Mhm.
And I definitely agree with, the things that you had said on that.
Mhm.
But also, I mean, as you and I both know, and I'm sure that others do, that, consistency is something that's very important on all levels of, a relationship life or whatever. But I mean, if you want to be successful at, working out, or if you want to be successful in your relationship, you have to be consistent in, certain areas. You got to be consistent with, as we said before, our communication. We've been able to maintain that communication because we became consistent with it. Like Genesis said, I may be working and, may not be able to talk to her for, 6, 8 hours, maybe lunch break or whatever, but it might be a, hey, just little text, and then, but still at the end of the day, I know to make time to talk to her, and that's it.
Mhm.
Oh, my phone locked. Sorry. So, number four is
Is
a
couples
couple's
do.
devotion. Yeah.
Me and Matthew, when we got back together, we decided to do this couple devotion, but we fell off, and then we decided to do it again. And obviously, they helped me tremendously more so. They helped me more so than him because I have a little, almost 2 year old running around. So they just help me stay grounded and just focus in our relationship and just keep in faith and hope. So we go on the Bible app, and every other week he chose this week, and it's, what is this one called? Dating with Purpose.
Um, yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, this one's called Dating with Purpose. So it's 7 days, and we read it every night, and we just share, what we got from that devotion, and it helps us spiritually
Yeah,
just stay
most
focused.
definitely. Yep.
Mhm.
And another thing to just add on to what 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 Genesis said,
Jen.
is like yeah, the couple's devotion, and we did mention it is through the Bible app, but even just to encourage like people who aren't Christian or whatever, it's still a good devotion, and the tools on that app are very good to use for relationships, dating, marriage, and so on. Even preparing yourself for those things. So it's pretty
Hold
cool
on.
and it's very useful.
Sorry. Yeah, agreed, babe.
Yep.
Number 6, I remember, is prayer.
5, you mean?
5.
Yeah.
5 is prayer. 3 days out of the week, Matthew prays with Gemma. He'll FaceTime her and they'll pray together, which is super curt, super cute. So yeah, he does that 3 times a week whenever his schedule permits, and he'll just call her and FaceTime her, and they'll pray together. Yeah, you have something to say?
Yeah. No, I mean, I
Okay.
was just gonna say usually we just do it in the evening before Gemma goes to bed.
Mhm.
But it's cool, just on my side, my part of it, which I could say, as me being a father, being away from my child, that prayer, is very good just in helping us build that relationship together, not, as her being young, but just from us, in the separation, but we still maintain that relationship, so it still keeps us close in that aspect.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah. My bad, my phone locked again. Now you can say this is number 6.
Oh, number 6 is to keep that fire in the relationship. Long distance relationship is definitely hard because you can't see your partner every day, but they have FaceTime, Snapchat, Skype. I don't think anyone uses Skype anymore. But you can still, be creative and just, Snapchat. I used to Snapchat Matthew, I think, about like 3 minutes worth of stuff. Just me, like, saying, like, just random stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, what else? And one time I had one over there. I left him a note under his bed, and then a couple days later, I'm just like, babe, I left you something. You have to find it. And I think it took him about like 20 minutes, and he still couldn't find it. And I just gave, and I told him it was under his bed, and it was happy. You liked it, right?
Yeah, it was really sweet.
Yeah. So it's just the simple, cute things, like order them a pizza or something. I like food, but yeah, just something cute, just to keep the sparks going, flying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely agree with that one. Uh, Number 7. Tip random phone checks.
So I think random phone checks are very important in a relationship because not that you have any trust issues, I would say, but it's just like if your boyfriend is in the shower or something and you just want to like his phone's sitting there and you just want to like go through his phone, then so be it. I think it's appropriate because what's his is mine.
Right. And, to add with what she said is, y'all really shouldn't have anything to hide from one another either, and that also builds back on that thing of transparency that we touched on earlier. So I mean, it's really good, babe. The things that we
We're not done though.
came
So
up with, I'm just saying, like they all follow together, so it's good. She
the,
came up with this, I didn't. So,
he came up with like a couple, and then I came up with the other stuff.
yeah.
But since we said random phone check, I'm gonna do Matthew a random phone check. So can I have your phone, babe?
Yeah.
See, this is how you want your boyfriend to be, just so willing. So if he has a passcode, ladies, you should know his passcode. And if it's different from last time, then something is up. But you can just check his Snapchat.
See it.
I will. It'll pop up on the screen. Um, Snapchat messages. Our Instagrams are connected together, so I literally see everything that he gets, every notification. But like we said, it's not like we have any trust issues. But if it helps you sleep at night, ladies or guys, and you want to go through his phone to make
Or
sure,
hers.
or hers, to make sure everything is good. I think your phone just died. to make sure everything is good, then so be it. I mean, I think it's fine. I don't think that means you have any trust issues. It's just that you want to know what your man is doing, who he's talking to, and stuff like that. So, also one tip that I wanted to add, since me and Matthew, thanks for watching our video. Yes, we hope that helps for us. If he's not being consistent or I'm not being consistent in our prayer or devotion or anything, like something's off, like I start crying or something or complaining and we just start arguing. So for us, these are like major for us just because they help us, I think. So if we're
Yeah.
not doing those things, then it's like down the drain, like forget it. So yeah, you have anything else to say before I switch subjects?
No.
Okay. Also, since like we mentioned, Matthew comes every other week. If he can come twice in a row, he will come. However, if he doesn't, I just want to be consistent in this page. So me and Gemma, we do go places and stuff. So when he's not here, I'm just gonna vlog the time that me and Gemma or like my sisters and stuff are hanging out. That way we can just give you guys content and stuff. Like we went to Tennessee and we could have like recorded that and just showed you guys what we were doing, but I didn't. So yeah, that's what I want to do. So that's what we're gonna do. So if me and Gemma like go places or we're cooking or just having fun or dancing and stuff, we're gonna do that. She's not in our video right now because she is chilling with her TT, and yeah, no baby jumping around or no nursery rhymes in the background. Our first video was pretty good. Like I said, if you didn't watch that, we'll leave it in the link below. And if you guys want to like see something
Okay. I ain't got no long hair.
or want us to talk about something, just let us know in the comments. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, yeah. Peace and love.